So it's probably time for a little bit of an update. We're a day, I don't know what we're into yet. Still haven't left the country. Still at work. It's Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. For those of you who, for some reason, don't know what Boxing Day is, there is a potential for that. I'm about to cross the street. Let's do this. A video of me crossing the street. Sweet. Most of my stuff's up for sale. I've had a lot of good interest. A lot of people sending me lots of texts and emails and private messages and notes in a bottle and pigeons carrying messages and light signals and smoke signals. A whole bunch of different ways of contacting me. It's difficult to keep up with them all. I am impressed at the amount of time and effort people put into selling things online. Either way, I have some good interest and I've sold a couple things already, which I'm happy about. We're working towards our goal. We're getting there. Very hyped on it. I should be keeping my eye out for jobs. I did have a few gentlemen, I would say a whole bunch of gentlemen from Australia have already started adding me. I've been posting on the forums, just saying, hey, coming your way, what's going on? And my Facebook's been popping up with a couple people a day saying, either you're crazy and I want to pay attention to you, or I'm interested in what you're doing and I'd like to support. Either way, they're jumping on board to take a look at what's going on. So I thank you very much. This is Boxing Day. I think I mentioned that already. We are walking in front of a Toyota dealership. They sell new Toyotas here, but they refuse to sell the FRS. This is not a Scion dealer. We cannot sell it here. We only got Scions in Canada. I just want to point out that down here in Victoria, that fucking is retarded. You have a pile, we have University of Victoria, and I would say there's a ton of young money there. I can't say that it's a specific, race of people, but it's definitely focused, and they have a whole bunch of money, and they're going out and getting Genesises and 370Zs. You could be driving in an FRS. Just saying. I mean, it's considered one of the. Anyways, let's go back to our focus and our topic. I've been watching a few videos of the Ghost. He's been sort of haunting me a little bit because I've been pretty nervous and scared of this whole process. It's pretty scary to sell everything you own and start from scratch again. I'm a bit worried. Beep boop. Anyways, I'm not sure if he's watching over me or what's going on there. He's kind of been haunting me. I've been watching a few videos. One of the Aussie guys sent me a video of a more recent video, anyways, of the A9X Tirana running Bathurst. But the nice thing was, it was a speed comparison. It was comparing a more modern Commodore SS model versus the actual A9X Tirana driven by Peter Brock versus yet another car, a V8 supercar, a modern V8 supercar. They kind of let them go in stages to see. They let the Commodore SS go first and see if they can catch up with them. Then they let go the what am I thinking of? Thank you very much. They let go the Peter Brock went out then in the A9X Tirana. I hope I'm saying that right. We don't have those cars here. I've never really pronounced it. It looks very similar to a Chevy Vega to me, but we really never got those body styles, which is pretty frustrating. They let him go, so there was, you could see a variation or a change in the gap by the time they get to the finish line. Their goal was to, get them all to be equal. Finally, they let out the V8 supercar. So they're bombing up. They leave the start line. They make that first left up the straightaway and then wind up, and they hit that first corner winding up the mountain. And he's doing pretty good. I'm talking about Peter. He's doing pretty good, and the gaps aren't changing a whole bunch. He's kind of catching up to the stock Commodore SS. through the corners, he's bombing. He's got some quick times through there, and the gaps stay pretty even. But as soon as they hit that straightaway afterwards, as soon as they hit that, the V8 supercar just catches them instantly. And the one thing dawned on me, because they mention it, it's a 4-speed. It's a 4-speed box in that car. So the top speed, like I guess however they built it, they focused on the corners. They didn't focus on the top speed, which, you know, I was hoping to make it up in the corners. I was hoping to like that's the potential that I have, because I got some pretty decent driving experience and I'm fairly decent behind the wheel. I'm not saying that I'm Peter Brock in any way. I'm going to try to race him anyways, but that's where I was hoping for it. But I also have an opportunity for modern technology, because the V8 supercar just, as soon as they hit that straight, was just gone. Like it caught up to him right away and finished the lap way ahead of him. And to be honest, the Commodore SS, I can't say it has much less power, but it had much greater weight. That's a big thing. So it too, like the gap didn't change on the straight once they hit the straightaway. Right? There's my opportunity. I'm gonna have a couple more gears in that gearbox. Gonna aim for at least 5. You know, have a bit of overdrive so I can get a little bit more speed. So pretty excited about that little discovery. Now he was approximately 380, 400 horse, 1,100 kilograms, so about 2,300 pounds. That's about the stock weight of a Toyota Corolla. Now I'm pretty hyped. I doubt it'll happen, or I doubt I'll get it. That there is a Corona that came up for sale in right near where I'm going to be living, and it's a Toyota Corona 85, so it's a rear-wheel drive model. You know, it's surprisingly difficult to wander the mall here. This is Boxing Day, so it's pretty ridiculous, but I'm doing my best to talk and wander here. But yeah, it's an 85, 86 Corona, and they were still rear-wheel drive at that point, and they're slightly bigger than the Corollas, so they weren't much heavier either. Now, it's a rolling shell with Commodore front suspension swap. I'm not sure what's going on there, but pretty neat. Sorry there, my apologies. But yeah, the back end is a welded Supra unit. I'm not sure if it's a solid or if they've converted it. I don't know what the Coronas came with stock in the back, to be honest, whether they were independent like the MA60 Supra or if there was a solid rear axle like the MA40. But it's got a welded diff or a lock diff. It might even be a spool in there, and it has a full cage. It's a cage shell. It's ready to go. It's a huge, like, it's a rust-free cage shell. I think it even has Heim joints in the front suspension there. So I'm pretty excited. I've been messaging them, and hopefully I can acquire that. I'm really looking forward to that one. So we'll see there. Yeah. Anyways, that's where we're at. So a couple of people have been interested in the cars for sale, and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'm going to grab my lunch here and head out to back to work.